Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the NS9 Postgame Show, the hodgepodge of nothingness, part of Pittsburgh Baseball Now. I'm your host, Anthony DiNardo, and we have ourselves a Pirates loss. So get to talk about that today. This is going to be fun. But no, in reality, I got to be honest. I mean, this actually was a really good game up until the ninth inning. Started out with Mitch Keller. Again, as we keep saying, every start is a very intriguing start. It's definitely a start you want to see out of Mitch Keller. How's he going to finish the season? Clearly, he looks like he's a solid rotation piece. You know, you can argue if he's a 1 through 5 all day long, but I think all of us can agree he's a good starter. And today proved again that he certainly is. I mean, again, this is a good offense. This is the Cardinals. They're in first place. And he shuts them completely out. So Mitch Keller goes today, 7 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, just 2 hits, 3 walks, which one you could disagree and say probably wasn't a ball for. But regardless, no big deal. Crossing hairs here. But yeah, I mean, 5 base runners allowed, 6 strikeouts, 0 earned runs. He lowered his ERA to a 4.01 on the season. And again, mind you, this is the Mitch Keller who everyone was worried and nervous about coming into the season. DFA Mitch Keller, you know, hearing that right and left. And then, you know, I think he was at a 6-something ERA in the middle of May, and that's it. Gets himself into the bullpen for a game, and again, everyone's talking about let's get rid of Mitch Keller, let's move on. And he's been nothing but solid since. So what I want to bring up, a couple things about Mitch Keller. So since May 19th, which was that first appearance in the bullpen, right? We started throwing the 2-seamer. Guy's a 3.29 ERA since then. Again, the 4.01 is a season ERA. That counts all the stuff before the 2-seam, right? When everyone was down on Mitch Keller. But let's talk about Mitch Keller since they're in the 2-seam, as we continue to do. He is now at 82 innings pitched since then. And again, those 82 innings, 3.29 ERA. That's really solid. The other thing I want to point out is, I mean, think about like his last 3 starts. So the 2 starts ago of these 3, the first one where he had the 10 strikeouts, last start, complete shutout, right? 0 earned runs. And then the strikeouts really weren't there, but he pitched very effective. And today, 0 earned runs again, back to back, 6 strikeouts were there. So like what I'm saying is like these last 3 starts are really, very strong. And so I'm going back to is when you go back to July 11th, it's 62 innings pitched in that time frame. He's got a 2.51 ERA. So, like, not only has Mitch Keller been good since incorporating the 2-seamer, but the guy's getting stronger. Like, he's getting legit better. It seems like at every start he comes out, he's getting even stronger, even better. You know, you're talking and seeing it, like, in his body language. You know, we've mentioned before. I mean, he just looks confident. He looks like that starting pitcher. He has that presence, and the stuff is there. You know, he has the strikeout stuff. And like when he needs to, which today happened a few times, when he needs to make that big double play ball, he gets it. He's getting guys to hit into the shift, which that could change next year. But so far this year, that's working. But he's getting guys to hit in the ground balls, right? Get the double play and get out of the inning. That's huge for Mitch Keller. You know, again, like think about everything from the past with Mitch Keller to like what you're seeing currently to complete 180. I am so excited going into next year with like Mitch Keller. And take this back 365 days ago where you had no idea. Like this was the make it or break it year. I don't think anyone could have expected these results of Mitch Keller. This probably exceeds everyone's expectations of a Mitch Keller turnaround. So again, I'm not out here touting that he's an ace. He's a number 2. But he's good. He's absolutely a good starting pitcher at this point in time. And that's a win. That is an absolute win. We'll take that. So Mitch Keller has another really strong start. Again, facing the Cardinals. His counterpart today was Jose Quintana. Jose Quintana has a Cardinals record, the most starts from a pitcher going like what two earned runs or less. That streak from the deadline. And I had not a hot take. I had a prediction. I said today that's going to end. Today the Pirates are going to put up more than 3 on Jose Quintana. I mean, I don't know. It's just one of them feelings. Like O'Neill Cruz is just absolutely on fire right now. You look at the rest of the lineup. I just had this feeling. It didn't happen. Jose Quintana looked absolutely really, really good again. He's just continuing his season. Again, like his season, he's got a 3.34 ERA on. He goes 5.2 today, 4 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. The Pirates really didn't do a whole lot of damage against him at all. O'Neill Cruz is the one who started off. He got the RBI. Wasn't a hit, but there's a guys first and third. He hits one up the middle. Don't get the double play. They get the out of second. He's so fast. They can't get him out of first, right? But he does drive in the run. So O'Neill Cruz continues his RBI tear, which gives him now 14 RBIs in 13 games. Mind you, in the leadoff spot, mind you, with guys like DeLay and Allen and Newman and Heineman, right? Like 7 through 9. The fact that he has 14 RBIs in 13 games with this lineup, and then again, like the back end of this lineup, in the leadoff role that he's in, is just amazing. So he doesn't collect any hits today, though. He does go 0 for 4. Again, he does get the RBI, 2 strikeouts. So there's that. But yeah, so it was a really good pitching matchup today. Again, like it was a really kind of interesting game. There wasn't a ton of offense at first, but it was well played. Like it went by quick, so that was a good thing. But mind you, all you guys are watching the Steelers game, so I mean, you know. It didn't bother you how quick this game went, which, by the way, the Steelers are in overtime right now, 20-20, because Pittsburgh teams just blow leads. So, yes, as mentioned, a good start from Mitch Keller. He goes 7. Dwayne Underwood comes into the game. He pitches a scoreless 8th, gets them through. I mean, the Pirates had a lead this entire time. I think, it was 2-0 for most of the game. The way the Pirates were pitching, the way the offense on the Cardinals looked and such. I mean, I honestly had faith. I thought the Pirates were going to pull out this W today. But then Chase DeYoung comes in for the 9th. And again, like this is Chase DeYoung who has pitched effective for the year. I feel like it always comes in an asterisk and we always kind of bring it up. Like, hey, Chase DeYoung's ERA is at a 1.81. I'm not quite sure how, but it's there. And he has been effective and kudos to him, right? And things kind of just fell apart for him today. So he comes in for the 9th inning to shut it down, get his save. It doesn't happen. He gives up 4 earned, which of course cost the lead for the Pirates and the game. But he gives up back-to-back home runs too. So Albert Pujols gets his 696, and now he's in sole possession of 4th place. He passes A-Rod today, thanks to Chase DeYoung. And then Tyler O'Neill hits a home run today as well. Off of Chase DeYoung. And, again, as mentioned, that makes it the 4-2 game. Pirates had a chance, though. And the person who gave them the chance was Greg Allen, of all people. We're talking about 7 through 9. In the 9th inning, Greg Allen hits a home run. His first home run of the season, I believe. No, second home run of the season. First at PNC Park, I think it was. Second of the season. He makes it a 4-3 ball game. But, again, it's the Pirates offense, and that's enough of that, guys. No more scoring. So Pirates do end up losing. But, again, I think the big story, of course, is Mitch Keller. But let's talk a little bit about the offense. So the one guy, the Pirates had 7 hits. The one guy who had multiple hits was Greg Allen, as mentioned. He had the homer. He had a double. He had a stolen base. So, like, once again, Greg Allen, not a good baseball player. He ends today going 2 for 3 with a 603 OPS. But this is why, and I'm not going to go too much on this, but like this is why I said I didn't understand the whole. It was just a few people, but talking about they'd rather have Josh Van Meter than Greg Allen. Like at least Greg Allen does some things well. Today he put together a pretty good game. But still, like, I'm not intrigued by Greg Allen. Let's not get that mixed up. But he had a good game again today. So kudos to Greg Allen. And then the other hits, Rodolfo Castro had a hit today. He went 1-for-4. Didn't look too well at the plate. Not like he has been. Brian Hayes went 1-for-4. Now he's been looking better at the plate today. His hit came right up the middle. I think it was 102 point something miles per hour exit velocity. But I mean, just right over the pitcher's head, just screamed right up the middle. He gets on base. So good hit for him. Again, mentioned he goes 1-for-4 today. Jack Sawinski hits a home run. So I tweeted out this morning, he no longer is the home run king for rookies in the NL. He was in second place. Michael Harris, the second from the Braves, took first with 16 home runs. Jack Sawinski goes yard tonight. So back-to-back games for a home run with a home run for Jack Sawinski. So he's now back in the lead with 16, which makes O'Neill Cruz go from third. Well, I guess he just still is third, really, but since there's a tie. But he has 14 on the year still. So yeah, so Jack Sawinski goes deep today, 1-for-4, only one strikeout for him. So that's how I want to talk a little bit about Jack Sawinski. When Tyler and I were talking about the leg kick, and it was small sample, and I did tweet out today his numbers since coming back. Now those clearly have changed, but he's been about league average. The strikeouts have been down. Like, he was only striking about 25% of the time, which clearly he's still right around that number. So I know when he met, like, before he went to the minors, the strikeouts were a concern. This entire time in AAA, the strikeouts were still a concern. It's very much small sample still coming back up in the majors in this recall, but the strikeouts have been down. And like, when you look at his numbers, they've pretty much been about a line. I think top of my head since getting called back up, around 275, 333 on base. The thing with him though is the power. Like, the reason why he's at like a normal average WRC plus, I think it was like a 97 WRC plus. Reason around league average is simply because the power hasn't been there. He's had 10 hits, 9 were singles. The home run last night is the only extra base hit he's had since. But again, today now having back-to-back home runs, I mean, he's definitely going to be over league average. Not much, but again, it's actually been the power that's his struggle right now. So if he's getting that back, and of course PNC, he loves hitting home runs here, so that might have helped. But if he's starting to get that back, you're seeing a little bit of what Jack Sawinski was during his time in the majors, the first route, which was actually a really good and productive player. I remember at one point he was like about 24% above league average. Again, like, he's sitting around 124, 125 weighted runs created plus at a point right before a struggle. So, I mean, if he can get back to doing that to finish out the season, that'll be fantastic. But yeah, so good day for him. He did have the home run. And then Jason DeLay did have another single. So again, like, he's not a good player, but somehow he finds some timely hits. So Jason DeLay also threw out a base runner today. He got Nootbaar caught stealing. So as mentioned before, like, the one thing about Jason DeLay is he doesn't hurt the team. He doesn't really help it too much because he's not that good of a player. He had that really, really terrible defensive performance the other night. But today, again, he held his own. Went 1-for-3 today. Had a good game catching. Had that caught stealing today. So there's that. Oh, and by the way, O'Neill Cruz, again, as he went over 4 with that RBI, he did have a stolen base today also. So that gives him 7 on the year. But yeah, that was pretty much your Pirates game today. It was just very cut and dry. Not a whole lot in there. Again, really good pitching performances. I guess just to go back to Mitch Keller today, he had that 4-seam working really, really well as well. Again, I mean, the Cardinals were chasing it up high, working off that curveball. I mean, he looked really, really good. And I guess the other thing to note is O'Neill Cruz. We've been talking about how comfortable he's also looking. Like, the numbers are there, but since he's been a leadoff spot, you're seeing him look a little more and more comfortable. Just things you want to watch, things you want to see. Jose Quintana had him in an 0-2 count, and then 3 straight curveballs down and away. And like those, and again, Jose Quintana being a lefty, those are things that you want to watch and see from O'Neill Cruz. Like, how is he going to handle the rest of his at bat? Because it's coming low and away. And it did. And he laid off all 3. Now, full count, Jose Quintana threw another one. He was willing to, I guess, walk O'Neill Cruz if he's going to lay off it. O'Neill Cruz didn't lay off it. He swung. Eventually was a strikeout. And then his last at bat as well, he swung low and away, ended up striking out as well. But it's like you're seeing some adjustments this was Ono Cruz a few weeks ago. I mean, it's a 3-pitch out for Jose Quintana. Then it was going to end up being 7 pitches. Never would have reached a full count. So, like, these are the small things. You're seeing him put up numbers right now, but you're also seeing him start to make those adjustments. He's starting to lay off the bad pitches a little bit. Again, over 4, 2 strikeouts. It's not a good game in that sense, but those are the small things that don't show up in the box score that you're wanting to see, and he was doing it. So, again, like, kudos to Ono Cruz. This is something you still want to watch, still want to monitor. I'm excited for him, but seeing how he finishes out the season is going to be pretty exciting. So, but yeah. So basically, all in all, that was your ball game. For a second, you thought the Pirates were going to take the series. They end up not doing so. So that's it. So tomorrow, the Pirates. Hold on a second. The Pirates play the Reds at 6:40. It's going to be a Bryce Wilson start. He's not even getting an opener. It's an actual Bryce Wilson start. And he takes on Mike Minor. So, yeah, I expect it to be a pretty poor pitching performance. Not like today. So we'll see you then tomorrow. I don't know who's going to be on. I think Jim's gone again. So probably going to be Tyler. Oh, no. Actually, I think Cody and myself are going to do tomorrow's game. So we will see you guys there. It's still 2020 in this Steelers-Bengals game for all you guys watching it, not watching this. So bye-bye.